Tim, Downie och Samantha Béart från populära spelserien Baldur's Gate 3.
Hello, hi.
Hi guys, have a seat.
Where are we sitting?
You guys sit there, I'll sit here.
Front and center.
Okay, we're going to take questions from the audience in a bit, I'm thinking. So, do we have any people who want to ask these fine people some questions? Do we?
Oh, there we are.
Well, Swedes are famously great at forming lines, standing in a queue. So please, if you have a question for our guests, go over to the awesome mic master over here.
And don't be shy,
And
guys.
don't be shy, please.
We
Otherwise
love
I'm
to
going to be
ask
talking to
questions.
these people all day. Hey guys? Filling out, okay, so another thing that Swedes are famous for are being shy. So.
Would you like us to sing a song to put everyone at peace? It's from the game, Tim.
Okay. This is news to me.
No?
It took everyone about 10 seconds to step forward, so we just
So we had to say, okay, we're on this
So
one.
what you need is much like in Britain, you need someone to stand there so that other people go, oh, there's a queue.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go see what they're queuing. Must be good if a queue.
But we are famously awkward and a bit shy. Swedes.
Is that true?
I would say so, right? When we are up and running, we're fine.
When you're up and running, is it just like an internal, awkwardness?
There's something called jantelagen. It's a lag jante, which is kind of like you shouldn't be too much and like stay late and things like that.
Is we have the class system, come on.
Sort of, yeah.
Everyone's supposed to stay.
Anyway, I'll warm us up a bit. I just want to ask you guys before we take our first question from the audience. When you first got cast for this game, did you have an inkling of what massive hit it was going to be, like a critical hit even, perhaps?
God, no.
Sorry.
Nice.
See what you did there. Yeah, see what you did there. It's a little pause, right? So,
Bad joke. Sorry.
great.
We love it.
Oh, in that all day.
What would you say, Tim?
No idea. Absolutely no
Tim
idea.
still has no idea what
At
this
all.
game is.
I don't even know. This is Zelda, yeah? That's what this is. It's kind of like Zelda, am I right? Yeah, I can't right.
It's a bit like The Sims.
No idea. A bit like The Sims.
Sims, yeah.
Crossed with Zelda.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna keep going with the Zelda thing. Now I've pitched my tent there.
And I was supposed to say when it dawned on you, but hasn't dawned on you yet. Then.
No.
Sort of, no.
Not in the slightest.
Not even this.
Not
this
even
right.
No, it's all like a fever dream. Like I've had too much cheese.
Have you played the game at least?
Have I played the game?
Yeah. You played in the game. Have you played the
I'm
game?
aware of the game. No, I've seen. No, I haven't played. I'm not a. Okay. So I think I've probably played 2 games my entire life. One being Donkey Kong. And one, the Simpsons paper round. That's kind of
Where
it.
do you go from there?
Well, this is it. So if you
No,
would present me with this, it's like having read children's books and then being presented with Lord of the Rings and then go, well, you've read these, so now read this.
Yeah.
You would just be like, what?
Way into the deep end.
So I think if I played this game, not only would I spend, as everyone does, 4 or 5 hours in character creation, I would then be running into a table for another 4 hours going, I don't know how it works.
But it's perfect, you can play it as Gale.
What am I going to do
You're the
now?
last member of the main cast that hasn't played it, so I'm just saying you should play as Gale. And you get Tara as the sidekick as well. You always, you remember that extra dialogue you did about 15 years ago?
Oh, yes.
That's what it's for.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should do it.
I need an adult to help me through it.
That's fine.
Or a teenager that's going to really know how the game works.
You have children, that's what I'm saying.
That's true.
You do know the characters at least. So who would you say? Which one of you guys is the most like your character counterpart?
Oh, I don't know about that. Tim? Okay, the weird thing is, from my perspective, that when we finished the game, we recorded the game and I was like, okay, Lae'zel is Lae'zel and Dev is Dev and blah blah. And then when we sort of finished the game and it was like, you know what, you're a lot like Lae'zel and all the others are kind of like their characters. And I was like, guys, come on, it's acting, we're very, very different. And now I see parts of the characters in all of us.
That slipped through, sort of. From the
It slipped through, or it always was the case, but, you know, like, Tim loves books, Gale loves books.
There you go. Easy.
I am a little blunt sometimes, and so is Lae'zel, and that's okay.
Do me.
Sam
You spent
gives...
years in hell.
True. Sam gives golden retriever energy, and so does Karlach.
That is so true. That is so true.
That's what I'm saying.
you
I'm
do
not
it.
like that.
Yeah.
And I like reading. I have a degrey in literature, so I feel I'm quite different from her.
But also
But
similar.
bluntness, absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry, this feels like a hate crime. I like this. This makes it very awkward. No, because if anybody comes towards you doing that sound, looking at you the way you're looking at me, you would go, I'm off now.
Okay, I'm listening to the questions now.
Please, step forward. Hello.
Okay. First question. Right. So you made this little mini-series where you were playing your own characters in Dungeons and Dragons, which was on YouTube. How do you like that?
Oh, I think we're talking about the live D&D games.
live D&D.
They're official Wizards events, just so you know. They've been split into such tiny parts. I don't even know how you would find the original now, but...
Well, we
I don't know about
did,
you.
because we started at FCM, and then we did one in Chicago, and then
But
you guys
had
had
done one before.
Gamescom,
Gen Con, the year
Gen Con,
before.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice to be asked, and I think
It's great.
as much as you're saying like, oh, we're our characters, we're like our characters, we have our own headcanon idea of our characters, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And it's fun to play with that. My approach is when Tav's away, I can get away with a lot more, so that'll be mainly drinking and fighting. And they do let me go to the tavern in a way that they didn't in the game, so I'm quite pleased about that.
Yeah, it was fun to. It's almost like having a DLC of the game. I think you get to experience these characters in a completely different set. My Lae'zel in those events is very different to the Lae'zel in game. She's a bit more like me, and I love that. I just think it's very good fun. It's kind of like having a 2-hour improv show based around these characters that we've already played for so many years, so we know them very well, and we can just kind of mess around with them, which I think is great.
And I think the nice thing for you, correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't play D&D before,
no.
So I guess you know your characters so well, you're not really worried about maybe the mechanical side, because you just know what she's going to say.
I can't be worried about something that I know nothing about.
You seem to have contempt for the mechanical side of it.
Listen, rules are there to be broken.
There we go.
Are they
There we
not?
go.
That's my approach to D&D.
But it's great, isn't it? I think it's really encouraging because we all come from different amounts of time with that TTRPG system, and it's just lovely to play in all these different ways.
Yeah.
Come on. Hi, what's your name?
It's happening again. Are we all seeing this? Does it feel like it's not just me?
I'm just curious, like, how has your journey been as actors, and how did you find the job? Like, how did you find playing these characters in the game?
Go on, Tim.
Thanks very much.
A few decades on your belt.
Thanks very much. It's very kind of you. I think I'll speak for myself, but I think you approach it like any other acting job. You start with character, and then you kind of just work out how it's gonna all fit together and where it sits within you. Obviously, it's a very different medium than going up on stage or camera work or anything. So, and it's a lot slower, and it's a very, very different technique. So, whereas you usually would go in quite quick, to go, right, the script is this, and the script is that, and then play it against each other. You didn't have that opportunity to kind of bounce things off. I didn't hear anyone's voices for like 3 years. So, Karlach's voice lived in my head, was completely different. Because you just have to make a very quick thing and go, okay, well, I'm assuming it's going to be like this, which is difficult, and then suddenly when you hear it, it's revelatory. So that would be that was the only kind of really tricky thing to get around. But other than that, it's all very much like you would do a stage piece. You create character and play it, and then find where it sits, draw from experience, draw from things you like, and hopefully then kind of create and mould something that is hopefully believable.
My name is Mariam, and I have a question. Who is your favorite biggest villains and minor villains?
Sorry, can you say that again a little louder?
What is your favorite, the biggest also villains and the minor villains in the game?
Favourite villains?
Big villains and minor villains.
I mean, I really like killing Gortash, so for that reason I can wear his cape. That's my favourite.
That's nice.
Tim, as somebody who's played the game extensively,
Yeah. Who's your favourite villain?
who is your favourite big villain or a really niche villain? Like the niche as possible?
Say Lae'zel?
You can kill her on sight. You can kill her on sight.
I feel a little... I'm trying to sing to you in a really soothing way.
Like a siren would sing. Walking onto the
Dashing himself onto the rocks to escape it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna just... You can ignore this particular answer. My favourite villain is Orin, because she's sexy and dangerous. And my favourite minor villain is Gale's hand, which I always
That sounds like you got into your Tinder profile.
Maybe it is.
Hi, my name is Artemis, and first of all, I just want to say, Tim, I'm a big fan of your podcast, Folk Lands. And my question is basically, this first stage of awkwardness, now that we're on the topic of awkwardness, due to Swedes in general, but I know that when acting, it can be maybe awkward at the start, and if you had these kind of phases in the beginning, and how you got over it.
You can't get into this business if you have any self-pride. It's true, isn't it? I mean, you've got to get over it. I think a lot of older actors now are saying to young ones, like, if cringe is going to be a problem for you, just get out now, because it's going to be no fun.
Yeah, you just got to embrace. You've got to embrace the awkwardness, the cringe. I think you've just got to embrace the bits of you that. Thank you. That's.
I didn't do that.
Makes me a little.
Someone else do that.
That's it.
That's
That's fine. I'll move forward then, shall I? Yeah. I think it's about embracing the bits of you that you might necessarily not like, almost, and like amplifying those more, because those bits that you might not like about yourselves are actually the bits that are interesting, and I think it's a journey. I mean, I don't think any actor comes in and is like, I'm confident and I'm brilliant, and we might all act like that, but deep down, I don't think we are. We're probably the most insecure people, really. But I think if you can embrace all those parts of yourself and just be like, yeah, fuck it, who cares? That's really where the magic comes from. But it's taken me a few years to get over that and just kind of embrace it, just have fun with it, really. But it does take time. Yeah.
The mocap suit is the most unflattering item of clothing you can wear.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of being reunited with people after 2 years of lockdown in the suit. So, again, just got to get over it very quickly.
I had a moment as well, I don't know about you guys, where there was a fire alarm. We had to go out into the street.
I believe this made it into Andrew Winkot's BAFTA acceptance speech, where he ended up talking about.
Oh, it's the worst thing. It's fine when it's kind of in situ, because it's like everyone, there are like 4 people watching you, and you're like, okay, there's only 4 people, that's fine. But then when there's a fire alarm, you go, oh my god, real people? People in the streets have to look at this?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah, hi. I know. I'm like a diamond robber.
It's not under NDA, sorry.
Just like a big spider. I know.
Hi, I'm an Trey, and first of all, it's unbelievable to see you all in Comic Con Stockholm, and thank you very much for flying all the way to Sweden, especially in October and November. I know it's not the best time of the year to come here, so thank you very much, and you're really lighting up the Nordic darkness. Sorry for the long-winded saying. My question is, so you play 3 of my most favorite characters in the game, and I have played the game so many times, and not to spoil anything, but like some of the scenes that you have, like your character has in Act 3, are very emotional. So given that like you are not interacting with any actors and like given the process, by particularly in video game, how do you channel the emotion to really, carry the weight of the scenes? I hope that you know what I mean, like some of the scenes like all of the characters have in Act 3. Like how do you get the emotion to carry on the weight of the scene? And yeah, that's my question.
I'll start then. I think it's acting. That's what we're doing. I guess when you're filming, you shoot out of order as well. But we had such a good supportive team. Obviously you've got the excellent writing. That's the first bit. And if it's not excellent, it doesn't work. Then you've got your directors who kind of know everything backwards, and they've done it with other actors before, and they're remembering that. And then you've got the technical team, and you've got the writers from Larian as well, and we'll work together to pitch those moments. Because I think it does take that many people to negotiate and work out how that's going to fit in. So I guess our job was then to interpret to the best of our ability, because we don't know exactly how that's going to fit in the same way that the devs do. Do you think that's a good enough answer? Not sure.
Yeah, I agree. I want to also second what Sam is saying about the great writing. You cannot have great acting without great writing. Absolutely not. You can be the best actor in the world, but if you've got a piece of crap writing, you really can't do much with it. And Baldur's Gate 3 is I mean, I've said this before, but I think it's better than any TV show or film that I've ever been in. And the writing is just, it blew my mind, honestly. I'd never been in a video game before, or maybe I'd been in one they were happening simultaneously, and I had no concept of it. So when I walked in and I saw the writing, I was like, wow, this is going to be fun, this is going to be incredible. And aside from that, something that made it maybe easier in some ways to channel those emotions was the fact that it was being written as we were going along, so we were shooting chronologically almost, weren't we? More or less.
Not for me, but yeah.
Yeah, because you came a little bit later, but more or less what I shot in at the beginning was the Act 1 stuff, and then it was going into Act 2, and then it was going to Act 3. So by the time you got to that emotional place, you already had all the backstory that your character's been through, and you already have that sitting in your head, so then it makes it much easier to go through that emotion and be on that emotional journey. When you're doing TV and film, you're shooting out of order, as these guys said, and that makes it difficult, because if you're on day one, you're shooting the emotional scene that happens at the end, well, then you're going to have to work a little bit harder to get to that place. But I think in this case, maybe that was something that made it a little bit easier for us.
Yeah, I mean, we give time as well when those things happen. You can't just rattle through things like that. So I think just having a pause and kind of place yourself, like I've said before, it feels like a lot of this feels like you're 5 years old and you have to imagine a world, and you're given a stick and this is a sword, and you go off into the world, but you have to imagine that is what you see. And in this world, you are literally just told, right, you're in the Underdark and this is what it looks like. And you have to imagine, because none of it's made yet, what that is and where that sits with you and what emotional connection you have to that place. Really put yourself, it's very much a world of imagination. And so those connections you need to kind of slowly come into them and place them. So yeah, they take time. They are physically absolutely exhausting when you do like a chunk for like 4 hours and you're in that one room, just you. And it is hard, not hearing anyone's voice and not seeing anyone, not because that's where the scenes usually happen in between people. It's that kind of energy, that kinetic energy that you have. So you have to kind of pull that out of yourself, which is, yeah, it was hard and exhausting, but greatly rewarding, when you're out of that. I remember coming out of those scenes, driving home, and not really remembering, which is probably quite dangerous.
Yeah, well, that's
how I got
home.
home. Yeah, exactly. Just because you're so...
Oh, wow.
You kind of, left it all on the field, as they say.
As you were saying, you guys didn't see much, but did you see like concept art of your character when you got introduced or got the role? Did you get to see like a picture or like an illustration or something?
I think I saw early access Lae'zel and possibly Gale, but they've now changed a little bit. Well, I don't want to say completely, but they've certainly changed in the way they looked to how they look now. So not that much.
No, I didn't.
And I didn't see her in game until right at the end. And so fun story. It's origin screen where it's choose your character, right? And they were like, so physically, what would Karlach do to get picked? Like, what would she do? And they showed me a 7-foot supermodel in her underwear, and I'm like, well, I'd just stand there, wouldn't I? I wouldn't have to do anything. So that's what you get. And it was like, here I am.
Here it is.
And that was a real shock. I was like, oh, she's pretty good looking, isn't she?
Right.
This changes there.
This changes. Oh, can we go back to the start? Do it again.
Interesting. Anyways, back to you guys. Hi, what's your name?
Sorry. Yeah, my name is Martin, and yeah, I had a question because you're playing so many different variants of your same characters, and I was wondering, like, in your head, like, you know these characters probably better than, like, even those who play it a lot. So do you have any, like, preference of what you see, like, the canonized version of the characters?
For me, no, because I'm responding to the world, so I don't go, well, you know, when I started playing Karlach Plays Karlach, which is still on YouTube, a lot of people will go, well, who are you going to romance? As if that's a decision I get to make. I was like, well, whoever will have me, obviously, is going to see that. But then I didn't get fit, I'm going, no, I have to start the game again because I wanted to, you know, I just thought, let's roll with it, see what happens. I was getting quite annoyed at all the tiefling racism in the camp, so I sort of left them to it. So I was like, I'm not a diplomat, and now I hate all of you, so just have at it. I'm going to go find that big buff daddy oak tree man called Halson. I've been hearing things about him. So yeah, I had no plan, and I just played very sort of chaotically. And for me, it was like doing a sort of endless new theatre rehearsal, in that you just try all these permutations of conversations. And see what makes it. So it was, I don't know, we've all trained for theatre, haven't we? So we have that. I don't know how it felt to you guys, but...
I think one of the amazing things about doing a game like Baldur's Gate 3 is that, like Sam said, you get to play all, it's like being in a multiverse, and you get to try out all the different possibilities, and then obviously the player gets to make their choices. But in a narrative, traditional narrative script, the story is one linear story, but here it's like all these branches, and you're like, okay, so if Lae'zel goes down this path, okay, that's how that would happen. That's very cool. And that, it really stretches you as an actor, and I think that's an incredible gift. I mean, again, a very unique part of being in a video game such as this, and a very unique gift as an actor.
No, absolutely. And also, when you do those things, you do them one after the other. So it's quite, oh, okay.
Yeah, jumping around.
I remember it was always like, relationship platonic, you hate them.
Yeah.
And then I would add like, how far away are they? Because then you've got projection on top of it, and I did 90% of it.
Yeah, how big is this? I remember those like,
how big
is this? Because you have no idea of what scale it is. There's so many scenes of like, Gale has a book, great. You're not holding it. Oh, right.
We don't know what that's going to look like.
You know what the book's like, oh, I don't know how big it is, you don't know what scale. Oh, right, so
just talk about
the book. Yeah, that's great.
I was the same with resting positions because I didn't know what weapons they were going to put on me, so I couldn't put my hands on my hips. And in the game, that's all she does. It's just rest. I could have done
I
this.
saw that once, but you know what? That was a real yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love the Harry cosplay.
Hello, my name is Filippa, and I have an animal similar question. There's like, what animal do you associate your character? Because I kind of want to like draw your characters with that animal, so I have to know.
What animal do we associate with our character? Oh, very, very feral, but slightly wants to be domesticated cat.
Does the cat have hair? Because I'm imagining it doesn't.
Skinless.
Yeah.
Skinless.
That's just what you do like hairless. Hairless cat.
It has skin, but it doesn't have hair.
It has skin, no hair.
Maybe it just has bones.
Just hairy bones.
It's Halloween.
Hey, yeah.
It's spooky season.
What about him?
I would say a very regal owl.
Nice, yeah.
Or maybe like a harpy. Have you seen harpies?
Oh, God.
It's like a real harpy. They're
Yeah.
massive things.
A real one. They don't
A real
exist.
one.
I have seen a real one. Have you seen a real one?
Isn't that a
Not like
mythical
with the face of a
thing?
person.
A face of a woman and
But
a
they're named after giant owls called harpies. That's why.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Days of school
Fine.
though.
Somebody's very clever.
Find them in India. Anyway.
I like to think that
They are really, like,
oh, go on,
freakish.
please do.
Yes.
I get through these people's lovely
Harpy
questions.
owl.
Pit bulls. terrier in that, you know, when they turn and they rip everyone's face off and they go like, oh, I didn't realise she was so nice. And that's
What you're called Bubbles.
Bubbles, yeah.
Oh!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Isla. I have a very simple question. I think it's going to be really easy. But if you could be a food that would match your personality, what would you be?
A food? That would match our personality or the characters?
No, your personality.
Oh, you're
Are you
It could
training?
be anything.
Are you training AI with our answers?
I have a
Maybe.
program, so
Okay.
maybe. Yeah.
Choose carefully. Oh, gosh. Go on, Tim.
This might be the most random question we ever got.
So well done, because this one's.
Just kidding. Wow.
This isn't answering it, is it? It's just the sequences of noises that cats are screeching out.
I would be a pineapple.
Oh.
Because I'm abrasive on the outside with a nice citrusy surprise on the inside.
It's got such confidence.
With a nice citrusy burst on the inside.
Very good.
And a great hairstyle on the top, as you can see. Go on, Tim.
Do you know what? I would be one of those, like, you go to those kind of Michelin-star restaurants and you get given a dessert that has like smoke coming out of it. And it's like a dome of chocolate and you're like, ooh, what's this? And you crack it open and it's got some like incredible like chocolatey surprise on the inside. Something like that. A little bit of theatre, all satisfaction. There you go.
I would be a vegetarian Indian thali plate. I'm not even vegetarian, but the food is that good, I'll just eat that. Because I like to try a bit of everything in my life. I'm an adventurous person. I like to see what's going on. I cannot commit to one thing. So that's why I had time to think about that.
That's a great question, really.
But also, if you know I can get a good veggie Indian, just let me know.
It's made me really think about my life.
You made me hungry.
Now everyone's going to get
Existential crisis on the stage.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jesper.
Hello.
Tough question to follow.
I know.
I was just wondering if you could voice act any other character in the game. It doesn't have to be a main cast. It could be a villain or a minor character. Who would you most like to act?
Oh, I still hate answering this question.
I'll answer.
Go on.
I think a classic villain. Because Lae'zel's not a villain.
She says punching.
Take that back.
Punching the nose.
I think a villain. I think honestly, and I say this a lot, Orin, because I mean nobody can do what Maggie did because it is so. It's just delicious what she does. It's just. But it would be fun to have fun. I think villains often have a lot of fun, and to really lean into that would be great. Also Mizora, because she's just a little sexy little vixen. You would obviously love to voice Lae'zel.
Goes without saying.
Yeah. Do you want to do like your Lae'zel's
Lae'zel.
impression that you did at the Funko store?
I was going to go. That's pretty good. I'd also like to be the gnome that gets flung from the windmill. I think I'd do that really well.
I think you would. I think it's time Boo gets the voice. Lovely Boo. What? Boo, the little, the tiny massive hamster. Yeah.
Thank you.
My name is Eric. I wanted to ask how do you think you've evolved in acting since starting and going through all the movies and stuff?
These questions are really making me think, guys.
So this is, let me get this right, have we evolved since
Since it started.
What, as us or the characters?
As myself.
Okay. How is our acting involved? Is that what you wanted to ask?
Yeah.
Or just us as human beings? Or is it very general? Are we overthinking it?
There's too much going on. Where am I? What year is it?
I think the thing it made me realise is just how difficult doing this style of acting actually is. And I don't think it gets the recognition that it deserves, because it is an art in and of itself. I think a lot of actors and people in the industry will see it as being quite, well, that's quite easy. And actually, to get it right and to do it well, I think I approached it, I was very green. And I approached it like, oh, I'm sure this is just going to be, it's fine, I'm in a light suit, that's fine, I'll just do this. And then I'd watch it and go, that's awful. Why is that not, and it took a while to kind of really work it out and realise that it is an art of itself, to get that across, because it's voice but it's no face, but it's physical without making it look too pantomime, without making it look ridiculous, like during the scenery. So the artistry of that, and then to see others in this game and other games where you go, that's really good, that's really good. It's given me a huge respect for the artistry of game actors and acting within this medium. It is difficult and it is hard, and those that can do it are magnificent, they are magicians.
Hello.
Hi.
I do just want to start off by saying, now that Neil has beat Baldur's Gate 3, I am in full agreement that Tim needs to play it. And as for my question...
Yeah, he said you have to play. That's what he just said.
Oh, right.
Now that Neil has beat it...
Yes.
Oh, we fight?
A nice boy fight in the light, please.
As for my question, would it be too much to ask for you guys to do an impression of each other's characters?
Well, it's funny you should say that. I think some of us have already,
I've already done it.
had experience of that.
Just did it.
When does she ever say chicka chicka?
I'm sure there's a mod for it. Just do it. There is now.
I'll do Tim.
Go on then.
Stop licking the damn thing! Uncanny.
Good talk by all. That's brilliant.
Gosh, I've got to think of lines you've said. It's been so long since I played. Give me one of yours, but say it as you do.
Do that large fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake. That large fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake. Hello, soldier.
Victorian chimney sweep.
Hello, sailor. That was the line.
Basically, there's a reason why we have been cast in the roles and we should not do any other roles. And this is the reason.
See, it's quite addictive.
Yeah, we do that all week.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Do you guys have like a favorite line of your character that you kind of go back to all the time? Like, this is what embodies my character, or a favorite line from the script?
No.
I don't think that's a fair question. Unless you can answer that, do you think there's one line that sums up every single main
No.
character?
Well, something with the word "fuck" for you, maybe. Fuck yeah, something like that. Maybe, I don't know.
Definitely like a chick for me.
Yeah.
I think it's simple, it's to the point, and it's everything really.
Well, let me
Three letters.
Let me put it this way then. Is there a certain line that you guys get like fans coming up and quoting in front of you, like, or asking, or ask you to
They'll
deliver?
say like, what's your favourite line, Sam? And then no, what's yours? And they go, oh.
Like you
It's
did
too many,
to me,
isn't there?
right,
It's too many. So then we work it out together. Because, like, what if I assume it's romantic, right? And that person didn't have that relationship with us. And they're like, oh, so I'm like, yeah.
Yours is obviously stop licking the damn.
That's going to be etched on my grave. Stop licking the damn thing. Tim Downie, stop licking the damn. Stop licking the damn thing.
Yeah. When they show me this stuff, I'll be like, someone's stolen my identity.
You'll hear a voice.
Fuck yeah, I've never said that.
From the bingo hall, you'll hear my voice. Stop licking the damn thing. Oh, he's here.
My name is Alva, and I was wondering, you guys talked about before that you hadn't seen much of your character when you were cast as them. Did you have any expectation in your head of what they would look like, and were those expectations met when you actually saw the character?
No. Listen, when I tell you, and maybe Tim had a similar experience to me. I mean, Sam was already played D&D, I believe, before you got cast, and had a bit more knowledge. But I was like going in completely like, oh, D&D, what does that sound for?
But it's perfect, isn't it? Because you're playing an alien to that universe.
Actually, it turns out it was pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, a githyankaroo, what's that? Yeah. So, is that what she looks like? Oh, nice, pretty makeup. Oh, lovely, slay girl. That was great. I was like, fantastic. I didn't really need to know what she looked like necessarily to play her. I mean, it was nice to have a look, but then they did change quite a lot in the end for the final things that you see now. So yeah.
It's described as a very big girl. She's one of the tallest here. She's, depending on who you spoke to, she's between 6'6" and 7 foot tall. And I mention it because that bigness, because I'm small and flappy, looks really weird on that model. So we had movement directors, and for me, we used lava and a mask just to make sure that our character doesn't look insane. And I did an interview with Todd Kenrick recently talking about that being the biggest person in the room, and maybe, you look like a devil, a literal devil, so maybe that's about finding a way to make people feel at their ease and being gentle and stuff like that. So that's what came into it. I just didn't know she was so gorgeous to look at. She was very big and powerful, and that completely shaped the way I played her.
I was a wizard.
You were a wizard.
So I thought, okay, I think I've got there's been quite a few wizards in the whole.
But very few of them have a six-pack.
Very few, absolutely.
Oh, dude!
You seem surprised.
Have you had something in your playthrough? What are you doing?
The men are dead in my camp.
Oh, I know. With Zara, you must have so much to talk about.
It didn't take seconds, but about halfway through Act 1, you were all dead and in your underwear, so... Actually, no, you're the only one that might potentially be alive. You're with Oren, but you've been there for a while.
We're fine.
But wait, six-pack, tell me more.
You're a six-pack, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a hot boy.
Okay, maybe I'm going to have to
Go
rescue you and just
get me
check.
back. Bring me back.
Is it going to be worth it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, sir.
My name is Magnus, and I'm curious, did you have a section of dialogue for the game where you had a clear picture in your mind of like what the mood was like, what the situation was, and then you played the game, obviously hard for Tim to answer, where it was completely different?
For me, everything's exactly as I
Gosh. I mean, they described it really well to us, so it's not a surprise, is it?
No, it wasn't a surprise. I think for me, the richness of the world really hit me. I've never played such is this what we'd call an open world game?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Nice.
Branching narrative.
Oh, branching narrative, open world RPG.
Yeah. You say CRPG because it's
CRPG game. There we go. And I was really blown away by the level of detail in every single part of it. So I think it went beyond my imagination, actually. And then seeing our characters and our acting placed into that world was like mind-blowing. And then interacting with each other was even more mind-blowing, given what Tim said earlier about us not actually ever being in the same room, or even hearing each other's lines up until maybe a little bit further into the recording process. So yeah, it surpassed my expectations.
I love how stupid it lets you be. Like, there's no punishment. I mean, there's consequences, obviously, but like, the game doesn't end. It doesn't say you're not playing it right, So then you've got, tonally, it's very different, isn't it? Like, it's not so much, well, it can be. You can play it like it's Tolkien, but you can play it like it's, Douglas Adams or what's the name? I think it's Good Omens. That's what
It's Good Omens.
Terry Pratchett. It's got a Terry Pratchett sense of humour to it as well. You can tonally, it just works. It works really well. So that was a surprise for me, was how modular it was in people's play style. Silence, look at that. Kill the room. Modular, that's what
Another
did it.
good question.
Yeah.
Sweden, you've got really good, thought-provoking questions.
They're listening hard.
No, really, questions that we've actually never had before, which is surprising 2.5 years into the process. So, well done, Sweden.
Well done, Sweden.
Hello.
Hi, my name
name is Victoria, and I had the pleasure to meet Gale in person. And I'm sad that I couldn't meet all of you because you guys here are amazing and I love you so much. So my question is, if you were trapped 1 week in a cage, either Astarion and Halcyon in his bear form, who would you choose?
It's like the man or the bear.
It's always the bear. It's always the bear.
I gotta agree, it's the bear.
I mean, there's no more to it.
That's the answer.
All right.
Such a thought-provoking question.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. My question here. First, I want to say, Devora, I love your TikTok account. You're like the funniest person I know.
Thank you. Even funnier than Tim?
Yes. My question here, since you've been doing so much, what is like your favorite character you've been doing besides Baldur's Gate?
Oh, there was a collective gasp in the room. Favourite character that isn't Lae'zel? That isn't Lae'zel?
Yeah, that's the gasp.
That's tricky. It's like picking a favourite child. But we've all got one. We just don't tell them.
It's true. Who would you say? Oh, sorry.
That's really hard. I don't know. You guys answer first. I don't know.
There's one that's under NDA that I can't talk about. It sucks.
That one. The one that's under NDA.
But otherwise, I've got Fading Echo that's coming out, and that's with New Tales, former Blizzard devs. They know how to make a game, and it looks very Wind Waker. You're Zelda fans. She can turn into water, very cute little blob of water, and then she works with the elements to fight enemies. So she turns into steam if she touches something hot, or she can petrify a lava creature. And we've got folks from Critical Role doing some cameos in it. Jasmine Buller, I might be known to use writing as well as being in it. And they're very open about playtesting because it's a short game, so it won't be like an early access like Baldur's Gate 3. But it's very anime, and I'm getting to be like super literally bouncing off the walls. There's no NDA, which makes it a unique situation. I can see the Discord, I can see the conversations that people are happening. Sat down with the lead animator for an hour before we went into the studio, just so I don't ask all those questions in the studio and I understand the character. So it's been really fun and very different from Karlach. She does not have the trauma at all. So it's just been rather wonderful to be young and exploring the world, and then when she finds out that maybe there's some wrongdoing, she speaks truth to power and she doesn't care, which kind of makes her a bit like Karlach. But she's water. We've got some fire, we've got water now. I'm working with the other elements. What about you, Tim?
Nice. I like Mr. Brown from Good Omens because he got eaten by a demon. That was quite fun. Dragged to Hell. That's quite
That's
good.
very ours.
And then met God in a coffee queue. So that's quite fun. Playing Kit Marlowe was really good in Upstart Crow. That was
you were very good in that.
Real joy. It's all kind of childhood. Yes, everyone I was working with was sort of like they are the comedians that I grew up with. And learning from, and suddenly you're in the same room as these people coming out, oh my god, this is amazing, we'll have mates. Okay, we're not mates, but you get the idea. Yes, that was really good.
If you had to choose a wardrobe or like a costume from a character in Baldur's Gate, whose wardrobe or fashion style would you choose?
I stick with my earlier answer, Gortash's robes. They look really good on me, so I keep that.
The meat suit.
The meat suit.
If you get hungry, you can have. You can just eat
but then you
it.
run out of clothes.
Is that such a bad thing?
Raphael.
Tim, as somebody that's played the game knows,
Raphael.
great answer.
Thank you.
He looks very smart,
Doesn't he just?
Just a little doublet.
Very sort of batty.
Gale would slay in that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a six-pack.
Thank you.
Which character?
Hi, my name is Crafting Cat, and I have a question about if you, in your Baldur's Gate character, could give an advice to yourself when you were 10, what advice would you give it?
problem with Karlach is that all her advice is illegal in this world. So like, you know, set fire to it. If you know, if you don't want to think about flip a table, that's not the best answer, so I'll have to think on that.
Stay green, be mean.
Classic line from the game.
Yeah.
No, chestnut.
There will be things that will happen to you that will make you sad, but if you are ever offered the chance to become a god, do it.
My name is Alphonse. I would like to ask, Baldur's Gate 3 has a lot of lines, it's a very big game. I want to ask this individually of all three of you. Out of all the lines you recorded for the game, which one would you say was the most difficult to get right? The one that took you the longest time to really get a take? I was like, yeah, okay, this one's good, this one, I really like this one. And if you don't have a specific answer, you can just give a line you can think of that was particularly hard.
I think there must have been lines that I fluffed loads of times and stuff. For me, two difficult things. One was the Geeky, getting used to that. Luckily, we kind of started with one word, and then by the end of the game, we built into whole sentences, so that made life a little bit easier. But actually, the thing I found hardest was doing the, is it the vicious mockery lines that were all the same for everyone?
Yeah.
I fucking hated those.
I love them so much.
Because the thing is,
like real Shakespeare.
Well, yeah, and most of the lines are really specific to each character, but there are some lines that we all have to say regard, so they're all the same, such as those. So a lot of those for me were not Lae'zel-y, like, you piddling pile of nincompoops. I was like, how the hell am I going to say it? You know, I can say it in the Lae'zel voice, of course, but just something about it didn't sound right. So I spent a lot of those sessions being like, do I have to say all of these? Yes, Deb, everyone has to. Fine. Okay, Deb, can you do it again? But like, can you try and make it more Lae'zel-y? Fine. So I struggled with those a little bit.
Any spell. We had a big discussion at the beginning, because they're all in Latin, of saying, okay, well, do I, so there is somewhere, there's a recording of me doing the spells with a slightly Italian accent. With a Latin, sort of like, so slightly, you know, Spelliarmos? That doesn't really sound right. It was very odd. So we had a raft of those, like, you know, we record an hour of those, and then they'll go, yeah, okay, I think I might ask the question. And then we'll have to re-record them with an English tone of how an English person would say Latin words, which is slightly different to how an Italian, the original would sound, so you'd have to kind of work all of that out. So that was quite, yeah, that was very tricky, especially like you're saying, it's fine when it's like 4 words, you go, what is it, just say it, great, okay, that's what it is. Yeah. It's when you've got this huge incantation, you're like, you forget. By the time you've started, you go, I've done it, I'm brilliant, I've forgotten it now, to just have this internal dialogue saying how good that is, damn.
Yes, the inner critic works both ways, doesn't it?
Exactly, yes.
I agree with you, and it's quite funny because, like, you know, because I wasn't in early access, but then your sacrifice is very greatly appreciated by me, because they were going, oh, well, we did this with Tim, and we did that with, you know, Deborah. But even then, we still had that discussion about, do you need Latin pronunciation or not, because they couldn't remember, so it was that big a game. And it was the thing with Karlach, it's not standard English, so now we're going to start changing the accent. But then I think we said we have to pronounce it correctly, which means sound like literally everyone else, so that's how we got around it, yeah.
For the Geeky, amazing. And I'm guessing when you guys started out as your character, you were following the script. Did you get more like confident and cocky down the line and being like a couple of months in, like, oh, my character wouldn't say it like that, and giving 100%. Feedback to the script writers?
I did that about a day in. No, I'm joking. It took about. I was getting very confident and cocky with the Geeky by the end because we'd have like a little glossary at the back, and we'd also have like recordings of how certain things were said. And so, because we had different directors sometimes, and they'd be like, okay, so this is this, and I'd be like, I'm going to stop you right now. This is actually not the correct Geeky pronunciation, this is how you say it, and they'd be like, you know what, you probably know best. I'm like, yes, I do. And so I did get quite cocky.
Yeah, they gave up with me as well. They just let me run. No, by the end, you know, we still have new directors coming in. They're like, you know, you're having to tell them.
Yeah, but they were great about it because they were like, you know what, you've been on this longer than I have, so you go ahead, and they trusted us, which I think was amazing.
Yeah.
So how many Karlach curse words were written down, and how many did you add on?
All of them.
All of them.
It was, yeah. So the script for me arrived. It was all ready to go, you know, and then they were changing things by the end. The only thing that because it's in interpretation, right? It's not improv because there's 20 other characters that got to respond to that, so you can't, and it's going to be localized, translated, all that. So you don't get that, you get the interpretation. So by the time Karlach says, "I love you too," I said, I'm going to say it like it's one word and it's all in capitals, and that is the only take you're getting. So it's the only time I was like, no, Karlach would do it like this. It was, I love you too! Oh, like, good, I've said that now. Oh, thank God. Because I just felt so characteristic of her. The rest of it's very tender, but she's also a big old dork, so... Yeah.
Cool. I would always go for the funny. Right. If I could get a laugh out of something, I would. There were many takes of saying you've just seen like this tiefling devastation, there's bodies and blood everywhere, and you know, the line that Gale would have with me, this is awful. And I was like, can I just do it like this? Oh, this is awful.
It's really ruined my day.
Just throw it out, good God! Anyway, we should really get going. Just, you know, lighten it up.
I had to do a similar version if you sacrifice yourself or blow yourself up. There's a version where Karlach feels quite neutral about it. She's like, oh, you know, you said, look, it's fine. He's a hero. He wanted to be a hero. Can we move on? You might want to get a few miles away from the blast zone. Yeah, that's what he wanted. What's for dinner?
Yeah, perfect.
Hi, I'm Isabel, and I was wondering, what is your favorite improvised / mistake that made it into the game?
Oh gosh, if only.
We didn't, well, like Sam said, we didn't really improvise because, yeah, it would have made things very tricky for them, the knock-on effect it had on everyone's
They got to animate it as well, remember all that, so yeah. I said they've got to animate it, so if you just threw something in, it's not just the responses, it's,
So I don't believe we did, or mistake, I mean, are they mistakes or are they just great acting choices?
Just great moments.
No, really.
I'd say they're great acting choices.
I would say so too. Everything was completely intentional, is what I'm trying to say.
Nice.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I was going to say, do you know what it is? It goes back to what you were saying, it's the intention. It's not that you can impro a line, but you can change the intention. Because it's, again, what you're saying is you know your character so well of thinking, actually, they'll probably do it like this. The one that I have is the line, stop licking the damn thing. They only wanted it just a very straight read. Stop it. Just stop licking the damn thing. Quite serious, stop licking the damn thing. That was it. And then we did a couple of those, and okay, great. Okay, out of interest, how would you do it? How would I do it? And so I just went, well, if this was like my kid and then dropped some ice cream on the floor and then picked it up and licked it, how would I react? I would react like that. And we all had a really good laugh. That's never going to make it in. Never going to see the light of day. Anyway, we had a bit of a laugh. Sure enough now, there it
iconic.
is. It's iconic.
It is iconic.
So, yeah, so we get those little things, those little moments, more than any form of improvisation. But I think they are just as wonderful and magical when you just, because sometimes as an actor you just go, that's what that is. It's not that, it's this.
It clips,
Just trust me on that, that's how that line, that's how that bit should be. You're not changing anything, you're just changing tone and intention. And it just works. And that's just through allowing that character to come out as that character wants to come out, and the brilliant writing and just going, it's this. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There you go. Do we have one more question? One last question.
I have a question for Deborah. So they both played Clea in the Cloud Tour Expedition 33. So did you notice that you always bully the guy played by Jennifer English?
Do I have to always bully Jennifer English?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually contractually I'm now obliged to always
You don't want to do it, do you?
Yeah, in fact we're working on a series of 10 games now where I have to bully Jennifer English. But you know what, I love this for you. I kind of love this for me. Also, listen, am I bullying Jennifer English or am I slightly being bullied by Jennifer English? I don't know, it's open to interpretation, okay? I'm the victim here.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much to
everyone for their lovely questions from Samantha Béart, Downie and Devora Wilde. Thank you so much for sitting down. You will be doing this tomorrow again, I think.
Yes.
Thank you, and we'll see you soon again. Thank you guys.